Good afternoon, buenas tardes en este ombligo de semana, miércoles, aquí en la señal de con CBBA Radio. Y bueno, hoy les tenemos una edición especial porque estamos con más que nada con un artista internacional nigeriano que nos acompaña hoy desde Suecia. Así que, bueno, si no han escuchado música nigeriana, música desde Suecia, hoy es el día para conocer más sobre este gran artista. Thank you all for joining us today. We are live with an international artist. His name is Dr. Alban, and he is joining us all the way across from Sweden. He's a Nigerian artist, and well, thank you for joining us today, and let's have him on. Hello. Dr. Alban?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We are live now. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay.
So today we have, I'm Aurelie Navarro, I'm the host, and we have La Chica Radio. She is a personality here, a staple personality here with the show.
Yes, hi, how are you doing today? We're happy to have you here with us. So, first of all, tell us how you feel of being first here in Houston, in an interview.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here as well. Happy to be with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So today we know that you're actually going to be launching soon a new single with Whitney Payton.
Yeah.
Is this already live? Can people already listen to it, or when are you going to be launching?
You're the first one talking about it because the launching is actually next week. So
Oh, okay. So
she
then,
she
vamos a estar en primicia. Just so you know a little bit of our background. We are a Spanglish show, so we're gonna be talking a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of English. But yeah, so aquí lo tienen en primicia. La próxima semana va a estar lanzando su nueva canción con Whitney Payton. And can you tell us a little bit more about this beautiful song? I actually got, the joy to be able to listen to it. And it's very powerful, especially because of the atmosphere that we live here in the U.S. But apparently it's not something that is just unique to the U.S. It's a topic that is worldwide. Can you tell us about the background and how you were inspired to create this?
well, I started writing this in the pandemic time, and I just felt that freedom to be able to do anything you want to do, freedom to be gay, freedom to be married, freedom to express yourself, freedom to move around where you want, freedom to practice your religion without problems, freedom for everything. So that's how I came about it. And I felt that this is really lacking. Freedom is a right, it's not a privilege. It's supposed to be a right and will never be a privilege.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Whitney Payton. How did you come about in having her join this movement, this song with you?
She actually lives in Arizona, but we have a common friend that connected us. So this guy is a friend to Whitney and a friend to me. So I was looking for a rapper, and then this guy connected both of us, and this is the first thing we did, and we're going to continue doing some more because we fit together very well. I like her style, and she likes my style. So that's how we came about it.
Perfect. Is there another, for instance, another point in your career where you have seen the need for this type of message? Or is this something that has been always needed? Because, future prior generations The mass media was completely different. The way people communicated, the way people, wanted to express their message out there. Has there been a need before, during your career, for this type of message?
There's always been a need for this message, and there is still a need for this message, and there will be a need for this message. Look at what is going on in the US, you look at what is going on in Sweden, you look at what is going on in Ukraine. All these are freedom problems. So we need people need to be, free. They need to do whatever they want to do without being attacked by anyone or police or whatever. So this is a big topic, and this is a topic that needs, you know, people to focus on, because it's going to be a problem if we don't deal with freedom and giving people their freedom, whatever they want to do. So it's a big issue, and I think that is a global issue.
Right. One of the things that really spoke to me was part of your title. And actually, whenever you sent us the video, to promote the interview, you sang a little piece at the end. It says, "I have a dream," and that's, actually the name of the speech for Martin Luther King. One of his most famous speeches.
Yeah.
Is that part of the source that inspired you to create the song?
It is definitely, it is the source that inspired me. And that's the dream I have, is that we will one day get the freedom that we need. This is a problem. Everyone needs his or her freedom. So I have a dream. I hope that this dream will come true, that people will get their freedom.
Perfect. Can you tell us a little bit more about your background? So, you created this beautiful song, but what were your beginnings like as a up and coming artist? Not just as an artist, but as a person of color. A lot of times, people of color, we need to work that much harder to be able to achieve certain, respect in the industries. How was your beginnings with that?
Well, I came from Nigeria at the age of 18 and found myself in Sweden, and had to go through university to get the university degree. I graduated as a dentist, worked worked as a dentist for 2 years, and then had a stroke of luck. Made this song, "Hello Africa." That was my debut single, 1990, and it went very big everywhere. So I had to drop the dentistry and started doing music full time. So this is how I got started, and of course, is it's difficult when you're a person of color. Definitely, you have to work twice as much as anybody else. So I tried. I went through all that, but I think I had good songs that made me to go through, and my educational background also helped me, because it was a story. It was not easy to see someone that with a good song that has a university degree. It's not very common. So the story between my education and the good song helped me through.
Interesting. So you came out of dentistry, well, after 2 years. Is that something, a profession that you would ever go back to? If we lived in another universe, would you continue practicing dentistry?
I don't think I will go back to dentistry. I've left it for now 28 years. I wouldn't even know what is, there are new materials, new stuff, new medical stuff in the market. It's difficult, even though the of the teeth is anatomy of the teeth remains the same, but there are too many new stuff in the market. So I wouldn't even go back to it. No, I like what I'm doing, making music for people to enjoy it, dance to it, listen to it. It's my life. Well, that was my greatest, biggest track. I love it.
Where did you get inspired for the rhythms that you include in your song? Would you say that you strictly stick to a type of genre creating, or you like to tap into different, different sounds, different ethnicities, different countries, to be able to come up with your own rhythm?
It's different all the time. Sometimes I have to come out with different ethnicity, just as you said. Yeah, sometimes I just have to go with the flow, how I feel at that particular time. And sometimes I said, "Oh wow, it's going to be disco tempo. Oh, now it's going to be reggae tempo." So all this varies depending on from day to day how I feel, the mood, the humor, and what is going on in the world, the politics, sufferings, poverty, all that. So I put all that into consideration when I'm writing and how the beat will come out with.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
um, from your up and coming, success through the '90s,
Yeah.
how was it um, ex- um, promoting your music from then to the way it is promoted now?
that's, a, that's a good question. And those days you needed TVs and radios. I think you can pretty much get a hit without you going through the radio and TV. Everything is YouTube. Everything is TikTok, social media, Instagram, Facebook. So the social media has taken over the whole thing. But if you have TV and radio, definitely it's good. But without that, you can still make a hit song. So that's the difference now. The social media is dominating now more than we didn't even have it in the 90s. So that's the difference.
Would you say, are you a TikToker? How the new generation, they don't want to go to college anymore. They want to become YouTubers and TikTokers. Would you classify yourself as a TikToker, or you stick to the old style?
Not really. I'm not a TikTok. For the meantime, I think I deal more with Facebook and Instagram than TikTok. But now my TikTok was hacked, and I'm gonna get it back, as they said, next week. So I'm gonna start off again. But I'm more in Instagram and Facebook, just like as Dr. Alban official.
Actually, we do have on. We can put it on screen. Your Instagram. So all of your handles are Dr. Alban. Here we have your Instagram. We can showcase a little bit about the shows that you do, the people that you've met. Who has left a mark on you since you started your career? I can't hear him. I can't hear him.
Hello, hello.
Yes,
I
can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So we see you working with Whitney Payton. Is there
Yeah.
a female artist that you would like to work with, in the future?
Any definitely. I would love to work with. Borhi, that's a good singer that I would love to work with. Definitely. From the Fugees. Are you there?
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. We just get a little bit disconnected.
yeah.
Is there a genre that maybe you haven't tapped into that maybe before, you leave us, hopefully not anytime soon, that you would like to tap into for your career?
Well, I'd love to make movies.
Movies.
Not really not a movie star, but probably one or two movies. That wouldn't be bad. That's something I would like to tap to. And sometimes I would think that I want to be a president as
I
well.
can hear.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes I feel that I want to be a president. So I can solve all the problems in the world. I make sure that we eradicate poverty. Poverty is, I hate anything, anything poverty. I hate it. So I would love to be president of all the countries and try to eradicate poverty. That would be my next job, probably.
One of the, that's we see that a lot here in the U.S. I'm not sure how it works in Sweden. A lot of people go on these missions to, to Africa or to poor countries down in South America, Mexico, Honduras, Salvador.
Mhm.
Have you ever joined any of these type of groups? Do you just stick to Sweden for the meantime?
I stick to Sweden and I travel a lot to Africa, and I speak out against bad governments, corruption. So I speak out a lot against corruption. I speak a lot about bad governance that exists in Africa. That has been what I've been doing all the time, and up to now I do it, and I will still continue to do it. Probably some people wouldn't like it because I speak out about it. Poverty is a big problem that we must solve.
Imagine that, a lot of times that, us who live in the U.S., we think that some of these, problems or messages are actually unique to us. But you're showing us with your song. I really honestly thought that it was, for the U.S. because some of these problems, they actually expand outside of our borders. They're global. Is there anything that I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is there anything, in the future with your music that the legacy that you want to, relate? Is there a clear message of the legacy that you want to, leave behind?
What I would like to leave behind is that I am someone that has been against poverty, corruption, bad governance. That's the legacy I would like to leave. And that's why this song, Change, I Have a Dream, came out. Now, due to what is going on in Ukraine, what is going on in the US, what is going on even in Sweden. So the legacy I would love to leave or would like to leave is freedom, freedom of speech, correct democracy, less poverty, less corruption. That would be the legacy I would like to leave. And these are the songs and these are the type of topics I want to write about.
So hey, maybe sometime in the future we will see you as the president of, I don't know, maybe Nigeria or even Sweden. I think that would be something. That would be a challenge. That would be definitely. You could definitely be an advocate for these type of messages. I know it's very needed. Whether
Yeah.
we are Nigerian, European, Mexican, Asian, I think at some level our political groups, we kind of they forget the purpose that they're serving their people, and it just becomes a very political ambiance where it's the left or the right, and there is absolutely no in between, and it's just a constant fighting. But we thank you so much for these type of messages that you're using your platform. You have a huge platform, so thank you for creating this type of message, putting it together and showcasing it to the world. Do you have a call coming in?
I don't know what is it. Yeah. So thank you for all that. Thank you for inviting me. Great talking to you. And these are the things that are just as I said, the things that I want to leave as legacy, definitely. And I'll keep talking about them. Bad governance, too bad. Poverty, too bad. Freedom of speech, everyone needs it. It's not a privilege, it's a right. These are the things that I want to leave as a legacy.
Correct. So, un poco de lo que estábamos hablando hace rato es sobre el legado que él quiere dejar para su público, para todo, no solamente para Suecia o para Estados Unidos o ningún país en particular, pero el mensaje principal es todos tenemos derecho a la libertad de expresión, ser libres como humanos, no dejarnos llevar por nuestras diferencias políticas y más que nada él creó esta canción para lo que está pasando en Ucrania, en Estados Unidos, en Suecia. Aunque nosotros vemos mucho sobre los police raids que están en Estados Unidos, ellos también en Suecia están viviendo cosas similares. Entonces es un problema global y la canción que va a estar lanzando la próxima semana nos está trayendo este mensaje de unión. Es un mensaje global para todos de encontrar nuestro poder y ser libres como humanos. Thank you, Dr. Alban, for joining us today. We are actually going to be showing a
Yes, would
clip.
you mind if we show a little bit of
Yeah.
your song, actually? Okay, well, we'll see a little bit of
Yeah.
your song just now.
Yeah.
There it goes.
The great Martin Luther King once said, I'm happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream.
There we had it. So,
Yeah.
would you like to tell everybody the release date?
The release date is going to be Tuesday next week.
Tuesday
So I hope
next
you
week.
guys- Yeah.
And it is being released by your record company.
Yeah. It's going to be
Perfect.
playground music. And I want everyone to watch, check the song, watch the video, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, all the social media channels, and support freedom.
Perfect. So all of his social media handles are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify. You can find him as Dr. Alban. On Instagram, he is under Dr. Alban Official. Así que pueden ir a encontrar este video en primicia a través de todas sus redes sociales, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. Lo pueden encontrar como Dr. Alban. Así que ahí lo tienen. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos en esta edición especial. Thank you so much for, for joining us today, and all the success to you with this message.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.